So yet another mirror match. Yeah, I don't know if I win this one, but again, I haven't been playing that well on the mirror matches on TP. But I promise, guys, I'm gonna get better. I'm still trying to figure it out. So he only has imperm, and the funny thing is, I have a feeling in this one, I think he imperms me, and I could have played around it, and I just don't know, I forgot or something. So yeah, he imperms here, and the players just link these two off, prevent her, banish the turbulence, make another SP, and then yeah, you're fine. You just got turbulence and he's wasted imperm. I don't know why I didn't do that, but sure. So I'm going to use SP here just to hope he doesn't have an extra extender in hand. He does, unfortunately, and so it's going to be pretty simple for him to wrap up my board here. So yeah, he's going to get his turbulence set for prosperity to search for even more interruption if he needs it. Access code clear my board. It's going to be game for game one. So yeah, I'll let this play out and then we'll watch how I can potentially bring it back in game two. Yeah, so unicorns play around preventer, which is quite good because it means I don't get a revive of any of my critical cards here. And then yeah, he gets to do a little bit of damage. Top deck Ash, that's doing nothing. So game two, my hand is really interesting, and hands like these are always interesting in rescues because this hand does play around a lot, but at the same time as playing around a lot, it kind of loses to potentially one or two hand traps hard as well. So I'm gonna prosperity, hope I see a rescue ace name. I'm thinking my hand is kind of like so good that if I see just one name, I can get into terahertz, which is why I only banish 3. But then it's so bad that it's like I don't really have that extra name without forcing to discard a good card off the Abel Star, and I really wouldn't like to discard a card like Call by the Grave off the Abel Star because that's just singling to your opponent. Well, time to lose to Ash. He doesn't have hand traps, which is funny though. But yeah, so what I'm going to say is, look, I don't think there's any way Rescue Ace, even going second, is building a board through Ash, Veiler, and Call by the Grave. So that's why I'm just kind of like, you know, I'm going to pass. I'm going to play it safely. I don't think I'm dying. It'll be hard for him. So the first thing to do is Veiler that, because that denies his access to Hydrant. Unfortunately, he does still get to it anyway. He did open free Witch, which is a bit sucky, but yeah, he still gets to it anyway. But it's like, calm, no problem. And then here, the only way in my head I see I lose is if he's already opened Emergency or already opened Turbulence. If he hasn't opened one of those already, or Alert. If he hasn't got any of those, he's not in a great position. So while I could have Ashed, and that would have done the same thing, I hold my Ash here. And then when he goes to the Emergency, I'm like, I'm going to just chuck an Ash at that now, because now that he's gone for Airlifter, I'm very sure he doesn't have access to any other rescue aces. So yeah, he's just going to go into SP Little Knight, and this is one of those times where you see Econ just coming up so sharp, so he basically has no interruption here, and I get to full combo, which is absolutely lovely. So I don't know if I go for the kill straight away or not, but let's see what happens. But yeah, gonna go into Turbulence. I think I'm saying, okay, let's just play it safely, just in case he has an imperm. This means that I don't lose so hard to imperm, because I still have a big body for next turn. So I'm gonna set forward, then I'm gonna pass. He has got engine for next turn, which is a little bit annoying. I think probably at the end of my turn, especially because I have rescue, it would have been smartest to make it SP Knight and banish so that he couldn't get his engine. But yeah, he goes for his Sinful Spoils. A little bit annoying because then he gets change of heart as well, so he's going to get excess bodies, and I think I do get punished. That might lead to me losing this game, I'm not sure, because him having my engine is absolutely huge and very hard to deal with. So the thing is, I'm not sure where to interrupt here, and this is what holds me back a bit in this game. There's a world where potentially when he takes my fire engine, I just revive and kill his hydrant straight away. There's also a world where I wait for extinguish, but I don't know, I just wasn't sure what to do. So he's going to go to Celine revive, going to access code and try and stop on bodies. I'm going to be forced to extinguish, I don't lose to access code, but then that means his turbulence gets resolved, which is not good news for me. So it's looking bleak. I don't see how I get back in this game. I don't think I do anyway, we see. But yeah, I'm going to link Rebo, reduce the attack of his monster. Then I'm going to go to add some cards back. Now, interestingly enough, he hasn't actually... Okay, no, he's going to do it now, I was going to say, because he still has the potential to just pop my Hydrant and pop my Turbulence and kind of take me out of the game if he wants to. I do have Field Spell access, which is nice, but it might not do much, to be honest. So let's see what I draw into. Draw into a Nib. Not the card you want to see. So what has he set? So interestingly enough, he only actually has Contain left though. So he only actually has one negate, which gives me a lot of flexibility, and I've drawn Turbulence and he still hadn't done anything. So I'm going to trigger SP. I was hoping there to hit the Contain, which would make my Turbulence better. Unfortunately, I did not hit it, which which is sad because it means I'm going to bring out Turbulence. He's going to immediately negate that. However, I do get to reset a card, which is kind of useful, and I do get Preventer, but I mean, he's got 2 Book of Mains. I'm not doing anything. So again, I think this game, it's a combination that's like, I could have played this game better, I could have played this game more greedy, but I think it's really just kind of you live and you learn. I feel like one thing that I'm starting to have with Rescue Ace is that, especially in game states like these, when you're in the mirror match, you need to just be very careful about what you interrupt. It actually matters. And so kind of taking advantage of the fact that Extinguish Return of Turbulence is very, very important. Taking advantage of the fact that Emergency can dodge certain interruptions is very important, and that comes up a lot. So as you can see here, he's going to spin the rest of the cards into my deck. And I mean, yeah, it's looking dire. I do have Nib, but I don't think he's going to play into Nib because there's just really no reason for him to. So I top deck Insane, end up losing. There's a defeat, guys. So I promise the next Rescue Ace game you see on my channel will probably be a win. But yeah, I'll talk to you guys in a bit.